Oh, okay. Hey guys. Hey whoever's watching this. I am Roxanne and I'm 29 years old, and I've decided that I'm going to start a YouTube channel to document my journey from being big to losing weight. I've decided that um, weight loss surgery. I don't know why I took so long to get that out, but I've decided I'm going to have weight loss surgery, and I want to document it. I didn't really think that I wanted to document it until I got closer to like actually going through the process of getting the surgery. Okay, so I have some notes, so I'm gonna try to stick to my notes so I can get this done in a timely fashion. So I told you guys why I'm starting my channel, because I want to document this journey. I want to document what it looked like now till goal, you know. So that's why I'm making this channel. I mean, could it turn into something different? It definitely could. I mean, I like so many things, so I mean, I could put different stuff on here. It's not might not always be weight loss. It might only be weight loss. I don't know. But it definitely will be about my weight loss. Okay, let me give you just a little bit of backstory about me. Like I said, I'm 29. I have always been overweight. I've always been the biggest person in the room. Okay, almost always been the biggest person in the room. From growing up, going through grade school, middle school, and high school, I was always the biggest girl. Um, did it affect me in a sense of my social life? Not at all. I had a really, really, really good childhood growing up. I didn't get teased about my weight. I didn't get made fun of. I didn't get picked on. I wasn't left out of the reindeer games. And in middle and in elementary school, I think I kind of was the, I don't know. We were mean kids, I think. um, so no, I don't think that I don't remember, I should say, being picked on about my weight. I think, sorry, there was like, a couple people who like would make little comments, but it never really bothered me. Um, in high school, I was probably my healthiest. I was still overweight. I was very much bigger than everybody else. This video is going to be so dark, but I'm sorry, guys. It's just what it is. Um, in high school, I was my healthiest. I was still very much so overweight. I was the biggest girl in my group of friends of girls. And it was okay. I don't know. It wasn't an issue. Like, my weight was not like this elephant in the room kind of thing. It was sort of like, okay, I'm big, and it was just like everyone knew that I said that. Everyone knew that I accepted myself for what I was and everything. My weight was an issue for myself when I hit my senior year in high school, and I had hit 307 pounds. I wasn't going to say that number, but what the heck, who cares? I was 307 pounds in high school, in my senior year. Did I feel like I was 307 pounds? No, because 9th grade through 11th grade, I probably worked out more than anything. I mean, but my eating schedule habits were atrocious. I was the kind of kid who ate whatever she wanted. My mom cooked a lot of southern comfort foods, and my lifestyle was conducive for fast food. Like, we ordered pizzas, we ordered hoagies and chicken, and went to McDonald's, and just stuff like that. And we ate late, very, 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 very late. Sometimes I wouldn't eat until after summertime was coming around. I wouldn't eat till after 5, 6. So I would not eat all day. Then I would eat from like 10 o'clock at night till like 4 in the morning, and it'd be horrible foods. Like it would be like McDonald's before we hit the club, and Waffle House after the club, and brownies at the house, or whatever. It was never anything very, very healthy. But I remember 12th grade, I had an asthma attack, and I went to the doctor. I had to be admitted to the hospital, and they had to take my weight. I was 307 pounds, and I really should have broke down crying, and I wanted to, but I didn't. And I was in the hospital for I think like a week, maybe a week and a half. And I remember like when it was getting to the point where I could actually eat real food. Like, this is how you know my weight wasn't really an issue for me, but it's kind of scared me, but it wasn't an issue. I remember asking my brother, like, brother, please bring me a burger from Burger King. That's probably the first thing I asked him to do. And he started laughing. He was like, okay, I got you. But he didn't bring it because he's like, no, you're not getting that. But, so my weight wasn't like a thing. It wasn't an issue. Fast forward a couple years, 20s. I hit 20, 21, 22, and I wanted to lose weight because I had started watching this show, The Biggest Loser, and it was an amazing show. I love watching their, just their journeys and seeing how like dedicated they were. I was always sad when someone went him because it was like, no, you have to stay on the ranch because you're gonna do better if you stay there. But it was like hard work, and something in me like kind of clicked, and I decided then that I was going to find a membership, and I was going to find a gym, get a gym membership, and start working out. We had a new gym opening in the area at the time. It was Anytime Fitness, and they were doing this promotional deal. It was a great promotional deal, so I jumped on it. I had my gym membership for 2 years, and I probably worked out every day. Like, I probably worked out at least 5 times a week for a year and a half after I got my gym membership. I changed my eating habits slightly. I made sure I ate 3 meals a day. I made sure I ate smaller portions. What foods I was eating, it didn't matter. It was mattered to me at that time that I was eating less food than what I was eating before, and that I was eating 3 meals a day, and I was drinking a lot of water. And it had worked I worked for over a year and a half, and I lost anywhere from 65 to 75 pounds. I'm not 100% sure, but I was very, very happy with that because I was no longer in the 300s, and I was like, yay me, whoop whoop, turn up. And at the end of all that, I had to buy new clothes, and it was just really, really exciting moment for me. And then after that, I seen that the weight just stopped coming off. Like, I just stopped losing weight. I just stopped losing weight, and it was like so hard, disheartening. So I kind of like fell back into my old habits, and then all that weight just slowly rolled back on. Not very slowly, not as slow as it came off, but it came back just like that. So I was like back and even bigger now. When I was 25 years old, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And when you're diagnosed with that, something you don't really know, you go into research and you look at all these things, and it tells you like all the symptoms and all the things that could happen. And PCOS causes a lot of things, and one of the things that causes insulin resistance, which I don't really know. Like, my doctors are like, still, because it's not like it really affects me, but it causes insulin resistance. So it messes with how insulin is absorbed and stuff like that in your body. So I take metformin for that now. And another sign of insulin resistance is these beautiful things, these beauties. I don't know if you really can see them, but if you look closely, this right here is darker than the rest of my face. That's really why I wanted to have good lighting, but anyway, it's called, the name is like acanthosis nigricans, maybe. I'll type it down in the description bar so that you can read it. And it's another sign of insulin resistance, or someone who has diabetes, or just, You know, it comes from lots of different causes actually, but it's one of the signs of people who do have insulin resistance. And because I have PCOS, I have insulin resistance. I also have abnormal facial hair growth. I grow hair like a dude. It's not fun. It's not fun being a girl and you know you have a beard. It's not sexy. Right now I don't have one. You probably can't tell because my videos look dark, but whatever. But I get facial hair here. I don't want to say I'm very hairy because I'm not very hairy, but I do have abnormal facial hair growth like a man. Hopefully you cannot see my screen. My friend just texted me. But anyway, so that was then 25. I was on a PCOS and I was not sad. It just helped me make sense of everything, and it helped me make sense of like why I lost that first initial large amount of weight, why I just slowed down, because when you have PCOS, it does slow down your weight loss. It makes it a little bit harder to lose weight. So had I known then when I was 22-ish, 21, 22, when I was losing all this weight, I probably would have stuck to it. Like, don't give up, don't be discouraged. You know, you can still lose weight. You just keep plugging away. But that didn't happen. And then, you know, I on again, off again, I would try to lose weight, and I would lose weight, then I would gain it, then I would lose, and then I would gain, I would lose, and I would gain, and I would lose, and I would gain. It was this ugly cycle for a while. Or also, like around that same time after diagnosed PCOS, I had looked into getting gastric bypass surgery, and my mom opinion matters to me. So when I told her that I wanted to have it and she was having no parts, it was sort of like, no. She was not having no parts of me having surgery, no parts. So that was out the window. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to think about it anymore. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to be myself. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to love my life. I'm going to love myself. And that's what I did for the next couple years. But as you inch closer to 30, you really, really start to think about your health. And that's what happened with me. As I was reaching closer and closer to 30, I wanted to be healthier. I wanted to live longer. I don't have any children. Another side effect of PCOS is it's hard to get pregnant. Not that I was trying to get pregnant. No. But it is hard to get pregnant. But I wasn't trying to get pregnant, so I don't have children. I want to say I don't have children on purpose. Not because of my PCOS. I just want to say that I just chose not to have children. I don't have children. I really don't want to birth children. I would love to adopt children. Nevertheless, I digress from that subject. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. That's a shame. I'm not even 30. I was inching closer to 30, and my health became more and more important to me. My health, as you get older, your health becomes more important. So I wanted to do something about my health. So I went back to college late in life, and I had just finished up 2 years, and I had got my associate's degree in psychology at a community college back home in PA. And I decided that I was going to move to Ohio to go to a school there that was pretty affordable. So if I had to pay for my tuition, I could do it myself. So packed up, shipped out, and moved over the line. School. So I started going to the doctor. So this is when you move, you have to find new doctors. So when you find new doctors, you have to give them all your old medical history, and they have to go through all these things. But when I moved here, my doctor here was like, oh, you have high blood pressure. And I was just like, no, I don't. I ain't never had nobody's high blood pressure. Never had a high nothing. As big as I've been my whole life, I've never had high blood pressure. So that was something that was like, are you kidding me? So I got diagnosed with high blood pressure. It was so sad. And at the same time, I realized that I was bigger. Girl, I was bigger. Guy, I was bigger. Dude, I was bigger. I was so much bigger than I was the last time I weighed myself. As of today, I am 340 pounds. That's big. That's very large. When I first moved up here, I was 350. So have I lost weight? Yes, I have lost about 10 pounds in these last 2 years I've been here. Like I said, I've been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down between those 10 pounds. Like I fluctuate. I've never hit 350 again, but I'll get up to like 348. I'll go down to like 320 something, and it just fluctuates. It's annoying. It's really a pain in my butt, for real. So then I was like, I'm a praying person, so I began to pray about my health, and I began to ask God, like, God, I really need help. Like, I just need help. And I had learned about the vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, an alternative to having the gastric bypass surgery. And I looked into that, and I was very, very adamant about, you know, having surgery and wanting to get surgery. So that's what I pursued. And I told my mom, and this time she wasn't like, no. She was sort of like, okay, all right, if you really think you need the, you know, the help or whatever. And I was like, Mom, I really need something to help me. Like, I just need a tool. And that's what surgery is. All it is a tool. It's not the easy way out whatsoever. So like I said, I was a praying person. I prayed about it. I asked God about it. And I was terrified to ask my doctor. Terrified. He had me on this regimen since the beginning of this year, 2016. We started, you know, trying to get me to change my eating habits. I went to see a nutritionist at school, learning about nutrition, understanding the concepts of nutrition, and all those things. So I had a lot of tools that I could use there. So even right now, like, when I want to eat bad, I do, and I've learned about myself more. When you learn how to eat healthy, you learn a lot of your triggers, and you learn a lot about yourself. And I learned that I have a very addictive personality, and I have an addiction to food. And I eat when I'm sad, I eat when I'm happy. I very much so eat, and I'm a very big emotional eater, and I want bad food when I want to eat. And then sometimes I feel like I just have like a never-ending I'm never satisfied. Like, I'm never not hungry. That's how I feel. There's some days that I feel like that, especially during Shark Week. I just feel like I can just eat for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. So it's very, very disheartening when you want to lose weight, but you can eat forever. So, like I said, I prayed about it, and I prayed about it, and I went to my doctor's appointment that day, and I was going to say, listen, what do you think about weight loss surgery? But I was so afraid of his opinion. It was like terrifying. So God being the great God that he is, in my opinion, my doctor comes in, we talk, and he's like, we have to do something, you know. And he decided he was going to put me on, I don't know, some kind of diet. And I was just like, ugh, not what I wanted to do. So he leaves the room. I'm waiting for these papers that I know that I'm going to hate, but I'm going to follow them to the T to see if they work. And he comes back in with nothing in his hands. And he looks at me dead in my face and says, what do you think of weight loss surgery? And I said, oh my goodness. So I was really, really happy that the door was open now so we can discuss weight loss surgery. So I told him I was very, very much so interested. I had been looking into vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. I did not want to have gastric bypass surgery, and he was like, okay. He's like, I'm going to give you a reference so you can go to Cleveland Clinic so that you can see about this process. So that's where we are. Not right now, but that was back in March of this year. I went for my reference appointment, and you go for this seminar. It's 2 hours long at the Cleveland Clinic in Cleveland, Ohio, at the main campus, and it's a wonderful facility. and they specialize in weight loss surgery. They do weight loss surgeries a lot there. They have a team. They have a whole. I mean, it's a very, very well, you know, studied, well developed facility for weight loss surgery. So you sit through this seminar about it, and at the end of it, you give your information to your advocates, your insurance advocates, your health advocates, your everything advocate. And I have the wonderful woman named Diane, who I love. She is so, oh my gosh, on top of everything. And she's so helpful. Like, if I have questions, I can call her and ask her, and she'll answer them. And it's wonderful to have someone like that on your team. So I went to this seminar with my niece, and it was like the nail in the coffin for me. It was like, this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to change my life. Because trying to do it without a restriction is too hard for me. I can do good for months and months on end. But if I have one bad day, I go all the way off the rail, like with my eating. But if I have a tool where that I can limit what I put in this mouth of mine, it'll help me in such a big way, because I tend to overeat when I'm emotionally distraught. So knowing that that's my greatest downfall, and knowing that through this program I'll get all the help that I need, I'm very, very happy with that. I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys that I eat perfectly clean. I'm not going to tell you guys that I eat wonderfully bad. I'm horribly bad. I mean, but what I'm going to say is that I live in somewhere in between. Like, I don't buy things that are terribly bad, but for my house I don't buy them. But I do, when I'm out and about, I will eat terribly bad, especially if I'm having a bad day. Wendy's 444, worst invention ever. Okay, Wendy's, worst. So, you know, yeah, I know that going through the Cleveland Clinic is best for me too, because I'm assigned a psychiatrist. I'm assigned someone that I can talk to about my triggers and my, you know, what triggers me to eat. Like, why do I feel I need to eat? I mean, I kind of already know that because I'm in school for psychology, and I kind of try to check myself before I wreck myself. But like I said before, like, I'm not perfect. I don't try to overeat. I don't try to undereat. I try to live in a happy in between. I try to eat healthy. I really do. I know that it does not look like that. I know that I look like a big fat liar, but I really try to eat healthy. Like, I try to cook. When I cook, I try not to get lazy and not cook, because honestly, for me, it's mixed with a couple health reasons. But at the end of the day, I know that I'm this way because I'm lazy. I'm this big because I'm lazy. I am 340 pounds because I'm lazy. And I lost my mojo. I lost it some years ago. It was just like when I stopped losing weight after I lost that first large amount of weight, and it just slowed down to like a creep. It just really was disheartening for me, and I never really picked up the ball again. And I mean, I did a little bit, and I injured myself, and then that was like, no. So I feel like I'm in a good place right now. I'm very, very happy with this decision that I'm making for my life, because I really do want to live a long life. I have a niece and I have 3 nephews, and I want to watch them grow old, and I want them to have babies, and I want to play with their babies, and I don't want to die because I am overweight. So that is why I am on this here journey of mine. That's why I'm considering vertical gastrectomy surgery, which I'm really, really hoping that my surgeon will allow me to have that, and he doesn't try to convince me to have anything else, because I do not want to have gastric bypass surgery. Not because I think it's like less effective, but because it's just more invasive. Like, they move too much around. I don't want too much stuff moved. I want too much stuff moved. I want to, you know, just be them cut my stomach up, right up the size of the size of a banana, and be done. But that's it, guys. So if you want to follow my journey, you are more than welcome. You can hit the subscribe button, and I will put out videos as often as I can. I actually have my first appointment with Cleveland Clinic to meet my nutritionist on Monday, August 15th. And I have my next 3 appointments set. I get to meet my actual surgeon, on October 31st, and I'm pretty sure that's the day that we will pick a surgery date. And when I know, you guys will know. I'll make another video and I'll post it next Saturday about my nutrition appointment, and it'll be all about that. And you'll probably get to meet my friend Alana, because she's coming with me on Monday. And yeah, so like I said, if you want to follow along on this journey with me and just get to know what kind of person I am, go ahead and click subscribe. And if you like this video, like it. If you don't, you don't. All right, guys, I'm out.